Sirupam Sagradatam Sahaganaradatam Krishna Sri Vishakanavitam Karuna Sindhu Dina Rando Vigatpade Gopesha Govigakanta Radha Kanta Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sudevi Pranamani Hari Priye Vanchakalpatrubdasya Kripa Sindhu Yevacha Paridnam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Nama Eva Kevalam Prabhu Nasti Vigatyaram Yadaham Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Govindana Vallabha Giridharadhari Yashodanandana Vraja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari. So we are very fortunate to be here in Sri Mayapur Dham, which is not different. The 12 forests of Braj, they are situated also in Vrindavan. So the 12 forests of Braj are situated in Navadvip. So Srimad Bhagavatam, it is about about Mahaprabhu and Navadvip Dham. And Srimad Bhagavatam is about the Supreme Lord and about Krishna, Swayam Bhagavan, Eti Chamsa Kalpam Sam, Krishna is to Bhagavan Swayam. And the Swayam Bhagavan is also Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Radha Krishna Nayaka. So he's speaking about Krishna and he's speaking about Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So being here in Braj, in Navadvip, so we are very fortunate. So we don't have much time because we went to the temple and then did the puja and we will take darshan and we'll have some live session also at noon time. We'll be going to see Yoga Pit, where Mahaprabhu appeared, and then we'll go to Shiva Sangam, Advaita Bhavan, Gadadhar Bhavan, and then Moolmat, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada's main mat. So and then we'll speak something there also. We'll be live also. And so we are here in Antardip, Mayapur. So the Mayapur is like or Navadvip is like a lotus flower. The transcendental realm, Golok Vrindavan, is like a lotus flower. Of course, also mentioned in Brahma Samhita, 1,000-petal lotus flower in the spiritual realm Braj. And in the center, Radha Krishna there. So similarly, Navadvip, so lotus flower is there, and the center is Antardip, Mayapur, and then the other 8 drips are there. Simantadvip, Gudrumdvip, Madhyadvip, Koladvip, Ritudvip, Mudurdrumdvip, and Rudradvip. So we will explain more. For now we are focusing on Mayapur. So where Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared 539 years ago, and by next Purnima Tithi it will be 540 years ago that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. And so there was a lunar eclipse, and this year will also be a lunar eclipse at the appearance day of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So he appeared as the son of Sachimata, and Jagannath Mishra is the Supreme Lord, performs his pastime in Shetadip, Navadip in the spiritual realm, but then he comes to this world, and just like Krishna, he's always in Golok, but then he comes in this world. And always after Krishna comes, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu comes. And that is once in a day of Lord Brahma, Swami Bhagavan Sri Krishna is coming, and right after him, Gauranga Sundar, Sachinandana is appearing. So he arranged that there will be lunar eclipse, and during the eclipse usually pious persons following Vedic culture, Vaishnava culture, they will not do any mundane activities during the eclipse, but they will chant the holy names, or they say Hari Bol, Hari Bol,
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
And they will give charity, and they will take bath in the holy river. So during that time, when everyone was chanting Hari Bol or Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So at this time, so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. So, and actually the place where he appeared, and it was under a neem tree. So therefore, the friends of Sachimata, they said, well, we should call him Nimai. Okay, and then he was known as Nimai. But then also, of course, different samskars are performed when a child is born. Even before the child is born, when the woman becomes pregnant, then there's a Pumsavana samskar, Shivantanayana samskar, before the delivery, so Shanti Homa, so that there may be safe delivery. And once the child is born, Jatakarma samskar, Nishkramantam, first time leaving the place. And then this Namkaran samskar, giving a name. Usually for the Brahmanas on the 11th day, for the Kshatriyas on the 13th, Vaishyas 15th, and Shudras after 1 month. So, the father of Sachimata was an astrologer, Nilambar Chakravarti. And so he was doing the chart and he was saying, oh, this is a special personality, looks like Bhagavan. And realized that this Nimai, the small boy, is actually Bhagavan. And according to astrology then, and there's a system how you may give a name. Of course, you can also give according to your choice, or you can ask Sri Guru. And so then, according to astrology, then the letter was there, V. So he called him Vishwambar, the maintainer of the universe. So small baby, of course, the Supreme Lord, Sarvagya, all-knowing, and also Mohit, Mugdha. He's the Supreme Lord, but still he knows everything, he knows what's going on. So he wanted everyone to always chant Hare Krishna right from this birth. Therefore, like an ordinary child, he was crying. And Sachimata coming, what's happening? Maybe he wants some milk? Maka Dudh, the mother's milk is very good for the child. So she was trying to breastfeed, but no, he didn't want the milk. Maybe he did something, susu. Maybe passed urine or stool or something. She checked, no, everything's fine. Maybe one ant or something is there looking around. No, everything is okay. What to do? And Nimai, all the ladies, what to do? And then one lady was saying, maybe you should chant Hare Krishna. And then everyone, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, and then when they were chanting, little Nimai, he was very happy. Oh, they're chanting my holy names. Very nice. And he was smiling and stopped crying. So they chanted for 1 minute and then, okay, ho gaya, that's enough. They stopped chanting immediately. Nimai, rah, rah, rah. So Chimati, oh, maybe now he's hungry. No, he doesn't want to take the doodh, maa ka doodh. He didn't want to take the milk of the mother. Maybe he did something. No, what to do? Okay, we chant again. And again they were chanting. And he stopped and smiled. And after 1 minute, okay, that's enough now. And they stopped chanting again, crying. And again, see, maybe he's hungry now. No, he's not hungry. And they realized he wants them to chant always. So they chanted for 5 minutes and then Sachimata, because who can chant the whole day, right? They're so busy in the house, the ladies. He's telling Jagannath Mishra, Nima is crying. The only way to stop his crying is by chanting Hare Krishna, Maha Mantra. So we have to do something about that. We cannot chant whole day. Please arrange some kirtaniya. Then they did Akhanda Kirtan, 24-hour Kirtan. And then he was not crying anymore. So that is the Lord. He came actually to introduce the Yugadama, the chanting of the holy names. But then he had his childhood pastimes. And like the children, they are naughty, like Krishna, also naughty boy. So many wonderful pastimes are there. One time he brought one little small doggy. Small doggies are very cute. And Sachimata, now you cannot bring the doggy inside the house. Now they are muchi, they are not clean. No, I want this doggy. No, I wish we don't keep dogs. No, I want to keep. Okay. Then, but outside, not inside the house. And so then he was playing with the small doggy. And then it was time he was getting a little hungry. Okay. Then Mother Sachi breastfeeding him. But he was concerned. And then he was getting tired. But he was then tying with a small rope the small doggy to one pillar and told his mother, please be careful that nobody takes away our small doggy. Okay. Then she put him to rest, and Mother Sachi, we cannot keep dogs. She quickly opened the rope and let the small doggy go. And after 1 hour he woke up, immediately going out. Where's my doggy? So wonderful pastimes are there with small Nimai Pandit. Wonderful, beautiful pastimes. 2 kinds of pastimes are there. The pastimes in this world, they are known as Nanitika Lila, like appearing, and then childhood pastimes, and then as a student. So he became Nimai Pandit, because he went to school. Although he's the Supreme Lord, he knows everything. But just to set the example, he went to school and he quickly learned. So what the teacher, Gangadas Pandit, was teaching. And then, so these are the pastimes in this world. In the spiritual world, he's always a youth of like 25 years old. And he has 2 wives, Lakshmi Priya and Vishnu Priya. So they are known as Nitya Lila or Ashtakalya Lila. Throughout the day and night, the pastimes are there. So first we meditate on the pastimes in this world, and then of Mahaprabhu, of Krishna. And then after, in purified consciousness, you can meditate on the pastimes according to Ashtakalya Lila. And then in this way we can chant the holy names and remember Mahaprabhu or Krishna and become absorbed. So this is a gradual process. So this is the art of devotional service, the art of chanting Hare Krishna, to be learned, to be practiced and realized. So, yes, and then he was a good student, of course still naughty also, sometimes bothering the brahmanas when they're going to take bath, going in the water and pinching them, and what's going on here? Or taking the cloth of the brahmanas, putting somewhere else, and Then they complained to Jagannath Mishra, your son is very naughty, he's always disturbing us. And then Nimai, then he called, Nimai, come here. So you went to the Ganges and you disturbed the Brahmanas there? No, I didn't go there, I went to school. So Krishna, just like Krishna, Nimai Pandit also transcendental liar, but still when Krishna is lying, that is the absolute truth. He's speaking the truth, also Mahaprabhu. So he's stealing and he's not stealing. So wonderful pastimes. One time some young girls were there and they were worshipping Lord Shiva to get a good husband. And then, so at that time he was a little older, 10, 12 years old. And he said, what are you doing? To the young girls, we're worshipping Lord Shiva to get a husband, good husband. No need to worship Shiva. You give everything to me. Oh, you rascal boy. We complain to Jagannath Mishra. This is for Shiva. This is not good. Don't say like this. I'm Shiva. I'm the Supreme Lord. What nonsense you're talking, the girls are saying. No. And then he started to eat. They were offering bananas, and Mahaprabhu likes bananas. Small bananas, big bananas. And offer the flowers and the incense and give them to me. By worshipping me, then Lord Shiva will be satisfied. No, you cannot do that. Be careful, he's telling them. And so son of a Brahman are powerful. If you're not doing what I'm saying, I will curse you. That you will be not the only wife of a good man, but you will be co-wife. And nobody wants to be co-wife. Like sometimes men, they had 2, 3 wives. But the woman wants only one husband. And to be the only wife. And you will have no children. But if you worship me, you will have a good husband, and you will be the only wife, and you have many children, as many as you want. Because he was a Brahmana, so they were afraid that he will curse them. Okay, no problem, And he was eating the bananas and the sweets, and they were worshipping him. And then he said, Lord Shiva is pleased. And this is true. If you worship Krishna or Mahaprabhu, then Shiva is pleased. It is mentioned, Hare Bhakti Vilasa Shlok is there also. Shiva is telling his devotees, you may worship me, but you should worship Shaligram Shila, there's more benefit. You can do millions of abhishek for me, but it's of no use. Better you just worship one Shaligram. And I'm situated in the Shaligram Shila.
Wow.
Lord Shiva is saying to his devotees. So he's there with the Supreme Lord. How? Because Shiva is always remembering Mahaprabhu Krishna. They're in his heart. And the devotee is in Krishna's heart. So we think about Krishna, so Krishna is in our heart. And Krishna will remember us also if we remember him. So we are with Krishna. So Shiva, Vaishnavam Shambhu, the greatest of the devotees of the Supreme Lord. So, yes, and so he blessed all the girls, and they got a good husband, and they got children later on. So wonderful pastimes are there. Childhood pastimes here in Mayapur. So, yeah, so that we have to hear sufficiently about the wonderful pastimes of Mahaprabhu in this world and in the transcendental realm, and the wonderful pastimes of Krishna in this world and then in the transcendental realm. And by doing that every day and sufficiently, then while chanting, and we have to worship the deities, see the deities, worship the deities, and then while chanting the holy names, then we may sometimes a little bit remember what we have heard. Or we can see the form of the Lord whom we worship. We do every day. But we have to pray while chanting also, that we may see the Lord, that we may remember the pastime Or we can just like when we worship the deities. For Mahaprabhu, Nama Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gaurati Namaha. So, or there's one verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam, because we are supposed to discuss Srimad Bhagavatam. So we read one verse. If you don't know, you should learn that verse. So the 9 Yogendras, the son of Rishabdev, younger sons of Bharat Maharaj, so they were yogis, sannyasis. They gave instructions to one king, King Nimi. So one of the Yogendra, his name was Karabhajan Muni, he spoke one verse. Krishna vanam tisa Krishnam sangapangastapasadam yajya sanketabaya yajanti sumedasaha. You know the verse by heart?
Not completely.
You don't know? You have to learn. Today.
Today only.
You learn? You know? You have to learn. Okay? This you will recite today, tomorrow, and day after, and then you must learn, and every day you should recite. So this verse, and also Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he wrote Bhajan Rahasya, one very nice book, how to do bhajan. And in the first verse, Mangalacharan, he is using this verse, but the last line is, instead of Yajanti Sumedasa, Bhajani Kali Pavanaha. I worship the purifier of the age of Kali. So offering obeisances to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, whose complexion, who is always chanting Krishna Krishna or Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. And his complexion is not blackish, or Krishna, it is golden. So his Krishna Sarup, Antar Krishna Bahe Gora, inside is black, but it's pure black. It's Krishna, but outside he is taking the complexion of Srimati Radharani. So, Krishna Sarupam. Radha Bhava Duti Sovitam Naumi Krishna Sarupam. He is taking the bhav of Radharani and the duty of Srimati Radharani, the lust of Srimati Radharani. So, yes, so the next few days we will speak about this verse about Mahaprabhu, why he came, and what should be the mood. So that is important to know. And what he came to give, the holy names, Braj Bhakti specifically. So that is important. With the proper consciousness, then we can chant properly. And when we chant properly, then we can advance nicely. And so from Aparadhanam, we have to avoid offenses. Then comes the clearing stage, Namabhas, and then Shuddhanam. You chanting Shuddhanam? You?
No.
You chanting Shuddhanam? You? Okay. So you have to practice, you have to beg and cry to Guru Gauranga Krishna so you can chant nicely. So, offering obeisances to Krishna, Chaitanya, who is of golden complexion, who is always chanting the holy name, Sangapangasta Pasharam, he is accompanied by his associates. And what is he doing? Yajna Sankirtana Prayar. He's chanting the holy names. He has introduced the chanting of the holy names, individually and collectively. Yajanti hisu medasaha. Those who are fine intelligent, those who are intelligent, so they will worship that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So that verse is to be learned. Krishna Vananti Sa Krishnam, repeat after me.
Krishna Vananti Sa Krishnam,
Sangapangasta Pasadam, Yajna Sankirtana Prayar,
Yajna Sankirtana Prayar,
Yajante Hisumedasaha.
Yajante Sumedasa.
And so Bhaktivinoda Thakur has added Bhajani Kali Pavanam.
Bhajam Kali Pavanam.
Yes. So this verse is to be learned. So in 3 days you will learn that verse. Today and tomorrow and day after, or at least tomorrow. And then you should learn this verse. And so, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki.
Jai.
Sisi Radha Madhav ki,
Jai.
Sisi Radha Chandra Sundar ki,
Jai.
Go Premanande.
Hari Hari Bol.
So sometimes during the day we'll give also one live class. So we will announce maybe a few minutes before we give the class. Hare Krishna. And then we'll explain about the different places we are visiting. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.